And that was the moment, standing in that world for the first time in the realm of the humans, Lylith's human nature was triggered. And in that moment, she could no longer contain the monster inside her. Her human instincts had unleashed her hunger. That unbridled thirst, the desire for more, the instinct to fill the emptiness that comes with being human.
I've been watching you. Just come to me.
All right, we are live. Last hours of the campaign. This is it, Noel.
Right.
This is it. And if you look on the screen, we actually have the campaign little clocky thing in there, the stats. So we are at $12,659, 267 backers. We love you all so much. And we have 119 minutes to go, according to them, or that. It's 1 hour, right? 60 minutes? That's
60 minutes is an hour.
Yeah. So why does it say 119 minutes?
How many minutes?
It says 118 minutes now.
Oh, well.
Well, we're going to be here till 5 o'clock.
That's all good. Right on. Thanks again for having me, Jason.
No problem, brother. Thank you for being here. I'm sure it has something to do with like time zones or something like that.
Yeah. We'll just keep refreshing. It's all good.
Well, this has the official. So on the screen right now, you guys will see in real time the Kickstarter page on this feed. So we will know if someone, if somebody pledges suddenly. I think someone just did.
It's cool.
I think it just clicked
so
up.
other than watching the countdown, Jason, what are we doing today?
So
man?
we're going to be doing
Let's do
some live drawing because there are some backers that deserve some original sketch art that they pledged. So we're going to be
Right
doing
on.
some of that.
Awesome.
We're going to be chit-chatting. I've got soda today with my
Oh,
Freddy
I got
versus
coffee.
Jason mug.
So cheers, Jason.
Cheers to everybody. Thank you guys for such a successful campaign. We love you all.
Right on. All right, let's get going, man.
All right. Yeah.
For this backer pledge, again, this is just an add-on, like Jason was saying. We do it on comic board backboards.
Yep, the
Fine.
comic backboards. So these will be arriving in your... I wish I just packaged a bunch of stuff from my Genesis campaign that I did it for. But
Right on.
so, yes, for example, like this is the comic book. And then in the back, we put in a bag and a backboard, for those that don't know. And we're drawing on these backboards. So we would just slip this in here. So when you get your book, you got a nice sketch and you got a comic. So a little combo. So that's fun. It's cool.
And that was your campaign that you just ended like last month?
That campaign ended, yeah, it's about 2 months ago.
Right,
and so
can we see that comic book again?
Sure, this is the foil.
That's right. That's beautiful. Look at that. Oh wow. That's beautiful, dude.
Let me see. Let me take it out of the thing. So
yeah, that's gonna be like
I just packaged up. Oh, it's even glossier. So we actually have a foil on the Lylith and Mara campaign right now. 2 foils. We have a hollow foil. We have this this kind of a foil cover, like it's just like reflective. They call it mirror. And then there's another one called Rainbow. That's being done on the Lylith and Mara campaign. And then, so on the Zume Neko foil, we're getting something called Shattered Glass foil. There's all these different hollow foils. So we're learning about them and having fun with the ideas, and we're just like, oh, let's print that one.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love the title of that, Shattered Glass.
Yeah. Kind of goes with our scattered. It's so funny. So for the longest time, everyone's been calling scattered comics shattered comics. So
we'll take it.
We'll take anything, man. All right. So let's go ahead and get some art done. I know we had a lot of people comment on the Kickstarter talking about how they enjoyed watching us draw.
Right on.
So
thanks for you joined us last time.
Yeah. So we're hoping that the backers. You know what? I forgot to put the chat on. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Jason.
There we go. Chat's up now.
So I did Lylith last time. If those who didn't join in last time, this is what it looked like again. This is a completed version. I got some DMs and saying, "Hey, can you do the other girl in the same pose?" And
did you really?
Let's do it today. Let's do it today. Yeah, I got some DMs, man. I got like 4 people sending me.
Whoa, nice.
These are people, random people. I didn't even know them. They're following me on Instagram now, and they're just like, "Hey, we just seen your live doodle session with Jason. Can we get that?" I was like, "Well, you got to pledge. Got to pledge on the campaign, and you never know. We're not going to tell anybody what these sketches or who these sketches are for. Just remember that, everybody.
Yeah,
these are randomly inserted with the people who actually do the pledges for the is a $30 sketch, right, Jason?
Yeah, it's a $30 sketch add-on. So if you guys are interested in Noel's artwork here, he's got 2 covers in the Lylith and Mara, so you can grab one of his books and then add on a sketch. Slip that sketch right in there with the book. Boom. You got it cool. Right. And I also noticed a lot of people picking up the Noel's Nocturnals bundle, which is both of Noel's covers. There's one on the screen right now, the Mara variant. Mm-hmm. And you grab that one and the Dark Sisters cover that you drew. And get both, get that bundle. It's at a discounted rate for the bundle, and then you add on a Noel sketch. You got a whole like a little Noel Lilith and Mara shrine thing there going on there.
You could do that. You could do the trifecta and get that original cover art too. I think there's some still available. I think, I'm not sure.
You know what?
We'll see.
I did this last time, but I didn't do it. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to open another window right to our campaign just to see what kind of perks they can get. As you can see, we are on the final hour of the Lilith and Mara campaign. For those just tuning in, it says we have 112 minutes to go, but as far as I know, we only have, this is the last hour, 53 minutes to go. So I don't know who's right.
It's all good.
I mean, either giving us a bonus hour.
Yay! You know, I've heard that a couple times. A lot of people who actually went live on their last hour, they finished their hour and then they didn't get the confetti coming down, and they're like, "What happened? What happened?" So they go back a half hour later and they're like, "Oh, my mistake. Oh, sorry. We said we have a half hour more to go," and it's a good thing, you know. So if they give us some more time, then hey,
I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Thank you, Kickstarter, for an extra hour.
Guys, all right, let's go. All right.
All right, let me check this out. What we have left, we did unlock another stretch reward over the weekend,
right on.
Which was the Mars sticker. I hunger for you. And then we're encroaching. It's possible we could unlock one more before this. Before the campaign's over, but you never know. So I'm looking to see what original arts we have left. I think
we got your pages from the ash can, the free ash can that all the backers are going to be getting.
Yes.
The first appearance of Lilith and Mara back in the 1990s. Jason did a story part of the Scattered series, and Lilith and Mara they made their debut back in the 90s. So everybody who does the pledge, physical pledges, you're going to be getting some Jason Doobie 90s goodness. Oh.
Yeah, scary as that might seem. Yes, the ash cans going to everybody that got a physical reward. They backed the book physically. They will be getting the ash can comic from the 90s that has the first appearance.
Some vintage goodies, man.
Yeah, it is. That's before computers. That's before I did everything with digital lettering. I actually lettered it by hand.
All those old school collectors, they know what the ash cans are. So if anybody knew collecting, ash cans was like a big thing back in the 90s. They were like a way to get your comic book out there so you could preview what was coming within the year. They were majorly put out by indie comics, I believe. Anybody who was in indie, like Image, they did it.
That's right, they did. I remember that.
Yeah. So Malibu did it too. A lot of indie comic, Dark Horse did them too. So it was a big thing.
Also, the Shadow Hunters tie-in comic. A lot of people are like, I'm not sure which books to get. I know I can't make up my mind. So, we have a bundle for you that collects them all the books all in one big gulp. We'll have all the variant covers and the Shadow Hunters book. The only thing it doesn't have is the book that was unlocked as a stretch reward, because obviously it came afterwards, which was the Zume Neko holofoil. But you can add that on.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is add-on, people, too. I put all the bundles and all the books. They're all available as add-ons. So if you want one of these limited edition books, but you also want to get something else, I would get the limited edition, and then when you go to checkout, add on the item or items that you want afterwards. It's a lot easier to do it that way. The limited number items I'm not able to put as a add-on, unfortunately, which would make things a lot easier, but we're working our way around it. So yes, original artwork. We have an amazing piece called the blood bathing cover by Noel Serrato here. And I think we still have Mara, Mistress of Blood by me.
Jason Doobie.
That one is basically Mara in a Elvira, Mistress of the Dark pose. And then lots of horror-themed icons all around her. That was actually just a fun piece to do. We're all about having fun here. Yes, and let's go through some of the add-ons real quickly, and then I'll get to drawing too. What should I draw? All right, so
I'm doing Mara, so
you're doing Mara. All right, I'll do Lylith.
Lylith.
I'll do Lylith.
Lylith.
All right, so the add-ons we do have that you can, besides adding on maybe a different book or a bundle, you can add on an original sketch by myself or by Noel. That's what we're doing here. You could have a bloodbath remark, which is basically Noel bleeding all over your comic book in ink, but with ink. It's not real blood.
Yeah. No.
That's a...
They can just cut me open.
Yeah, you're all... All right. Send it off. It's done. Let's see what else we got here. We got a bottle opener with an image of Mara on it, which makes pretty good, fun little piece to have. Opening up your beverages of the night with Mara. And then we got we got the topless vampire print by Noel Serrato for $5. I know is actually a lot of those prints have been sold. A lot. A lot of add-ons on that print. In fact, a lot of requests of having bigger prints, but hey.
Right on. Hey, if anybody has any questions and watching this on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, just go ahead and just comment. Let us know if you have any last-minute questions. You just want to chat with us. If you want to drop a link, if you have a Kickstarter too as well, because ours is coming to a close, like Jesse has been saying, within an hour.
Yes.
Hour and some minutes.
Hour some minutes. Well, according to the campaign, it's 105 minutes, but...
Yeah, 105 minutes. So, again, if you have your own respectful indie comics, anything on Kickstarter or any campaign format, drop a link. Send us a comment. Let us know what's going on. And we'll reply, man. Gotta keep this party going.
Yeah. All right. So,
my layout right here.
Oh, dang.
Same pose as the Lylith one. So again, this is not what it's gonna look like in the end, guys. Just like last time. Pencils get a lot tighter.
All right.
As I go.
So, and if you like what you see, you can get one of those sketches as well for your own books. All right. Let's see what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna get a better position. Get some, which way we go there? Right there. All right. And of course, this pencil is completely worn down. I'm going to roll it up there. So, Noel, how do you come up with all your poses? Are they just in your head, or do you...
How do I come up with all my poses?
Yeah, how do you come up with poses?
Well, usually when I do sketches, conventions, I try to do the quickest sketch that I can. Given the situation, there's a situation on every single different situation. So I usually just do like a side view and try to picture whoever I'm drawing in the side profile view, kind of like the remarks that I usually done in the past, like a side. These sketches are a little bit different. just like the campaigns, we want to make something special for the fans.
Yeah.
So, which is why it's like a bust. Just try to do like a quick bust. I know with yours, you do like a full figure at times, you know.
Sometimes it just kind of. That's why
legs, right? You have a little bit cut off on the legs, a little bit, but it's more of you can see the figure. I just try to focus on like the face, you know, the face, get a little bit more detail on the features.
Yeah.
And give them a little bit more money's worth. Nowadays, you know, before I was just focused on the speed and trying to get down the remarks and everything. How about you, man?
I always have trust. Like when I do the live streams, sometimes I have time to kind of plan it, but a lot of times it's like right. Especially when I did the first 10 when I did the first 10 people that backed the project, backed the campaign. There was like no time to try and figure out.
You were like whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, I'm
whoosh,
just like,
whoosh.
ooh, I just got to get this done. I didn't even know who I was drawing half the time.
But you know what? Like, I think there's something organic about that when you're actually doing that. It's kind of like you're in a convention, you're just busting them out. I think some of the best art is done
when you don't plan it.
Well, no, like it looks fluid. You know, it looks very fluid. I mean, your inking kind of makes it more solid. So that I give you that. I don't know how you do it with that pen, by the way, but you do it in spectacular.
My big fatty pen.
Yeah, show the viewers what kind of it's one of those pins.
It's a Marks-a-Lot, baby.
It's one of those pins where you're like, that's what he uses, man. That's what my 4-year-old used. You know, like my kids. This guy's making Picasso pieces and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
sweet. I think also too, with the campaigns like this, it's not convention campaigns, but or convention sketches. Being at home, doing them at home, the comfort of my own home, and there's really no pressure. It's just you put the pressure on yourself to get it done.
Right.
I think you last a little longer. You take a little bit more time, put a little bit more love. The other session we had, I showed those paintings that I did on those Walking Dead covers.
Yeah.
You know, you could get the right music going, and then some stuff comes out. You know, some people like it, some people are like, "Whoa, what's that?" You know, it's fun. To me, it's just fun. You know.
Yeah. I think that's the whole thing too. You can tell when someone's having fun with something.
Oh yeah. The lines look a little looser. They look a little more. To me, you know, I use the word sketchy a lot. I like to be messy. You know me, Jason. You know. I do a lot of stuff.
The more unfinished, the better for you.
But I've over the years, I have gotten a lot of comments about how organic it is, and they could see my development as an artist. When you don't erase some of the lines they need to be erased. But the majority of them, you could feel it. You know, you could feel the art, and that's what art is. You know, sometimes is alive, sometimes is messy. As long as the people that get the art, they get something from it. That's what it's all about.
Last night I was packaging up some comics, doing a little art, and I was watching a live stream of some old classic horror movies on YouTube. And there was a Hammer film. And you know Hammer and his girl vampires with all the cleavage and stuff. But now I'm gonna do kind of a Lylith as a Hammer vampire here.
Okay, that's gonna be cool.
Which probably, I'm not sure what a difference it makes, but and then let's see, have how many of you guys are drawing along with us today? Having hopefully a good weekend. I guess it's the end of the weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Now we're all quiet. Now we need some music.
Well, I got my Well, that's a good question. You know, when you're drawing, what's the music you like to listen to, dude?
I love to listen to like high energy music, like
Well,
a lot of '80s as well. I like the '80s musics.
what kind of '80s music? Like,
I like
what do you mean,
the nonstop remix kind of thing.
like rock?
No, I was like, actually I like more of like what would they call it? Like new wave, I guess is what it would be called. You know, like Depeche Mode.
Oh, okay. That was
Erasure, New Order.
That was '80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you? What do you like to listen to?
Oh man, that's a loaded question, man. I'm
What? A loaded question.
I'm like a jukebox when it comes to whatever it is, but I guess to get me going, what I'm listening to right now, you probably can't hear it. I like to listen to Selena. I don't know if you guys know who Selena is. The late great Selena. Tejano music, man. They made a movie of her. I'm not sure if you watched it, Jason. Selena's.
I think so.
Man. If you're familiar with like Gloria Estefan and all that,
I heard of her. Yeah.
It's kind of like that kind of music, but Tejano music is a little bit different. The origins of Tejano music, man. I love Selena. I love Michael Jackson.
All right.
80s soft rock sometimes.
Okay.
So
look at us,
and then
old schoolers.
Yeah, when I'm doing panels, I guess when I'm doing like panel work or pages, I think about a name you probably don't know, like Coco Lee. I don't know if you ever heard of Coco Lee.
Coco Lee.
Coco Lee.
No, I don't know. I don't know Coco Lee.
If you listen to like the Mulan, Disney Mulan soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
She's on that.
She's on there?
The original, the cartoon, not the live version.
I think I find that I don't know much about anything as far as like pop culture and stuff. Like, everyone is always will bring something up. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. I think I just live under a rock or something. But I love that I get to learn about so much stuff.
Right.
From everybody.
Yeah, that's kind of music what I like to listen to, man. A lot of people probably would think I would listen to rap or something, and I get my kicks off rap at times, but you can't just listen to one thing. You know, I want to listen to every single type of kind of music that has like a nice beat or something.
I find, when I was drawing my comics full time,
right,
I found that what I would do that really helped me is I would look at the comic scene that I'd be drawing, kind of get the what it was about, like what characters and stuff, and then I'd put soundtracks on that kind of made me
match that.
Yeah, that kind of matched that. So I would, try and I guess kind of make almost like a movie in my head kind of thing, and then try and draw it.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was fun.
That is interesting.
I think it's the first time I actually said that to anyone. Told anybody about that.
That is interesting.
The secrets are all coming out.
So you're trying to be a director?
Yeah, in my head. But as you're drawing comics, you are a director.
Exactly.
You're making. Let's say the book the Bite Me book. I wrote the Bite Me book and made the script, but it was you that comes up with how you were going to execute that story and tell the story in art form.
Yeah.
So
I see.
You know, you are a director in a way.
Because I got the characters, right? So I just gotta.
Yeah, then you get to go, okay, how do I want to see these? How do I want to see this? Because I don't say, all right, you need to draw this character up in this corner, looking this way, and that angle, and I just kind of give you a basic, and then you just run with it,
Right.
Noel style.
Right. A lot of improv, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of improv. But if you're doing improv, then you would say that maybe I'm the actor too, right?
Yeah, you are.
And some sort of director as well. If you're improving, I give it up to those actors that improv.
You're doing the whole thing, but I'm not going to pay you anymore. I'm just kidding.
No, exactly. No, that makes total sense.
All right, let's see. I think I'm going to put some blood on her. I'm going to do
Right on. There you go.
do the Noel Serrato bloodletting.
That's what's up. The drip, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. We were just talking earlier. It's a little bit interesting doing a live stream earlier in the day.
It is.
Even though it's just a little bit of difference, but makes a world of difference as far as.
Well, I would say like I mean, this is your stream, this is your show, Jason. So it would be different for you. For me, it's different because there's a camera in front of me. You do this on every week, right?
Yeah.
So me, I'm kind of like, oh, so kind of weirded out with having a camera in front of me. But the more you do it, the more I guess you get used to it. So being daytime.
I gotta tell you, I think part of it too is I feel like it's just almost like a stream, a Zoom call or something. In a way, because for my work now, I'm on Zoom like every day.
Yeah.
Doing meetings and stuff. So for me, this, I guess being on the camera it's not that big of a difference anymore than being on the camera for Zoom meetings and stuff.
Right. Most definitely.
So I don't know why, but I started inking this one in with her ear. Oh, that's a great question. When you start drawing a character, what do you start with? Like, as far as, do you do the head first? Do you do the body first? How do you lay your stuff out?
I was taught back. I guess, I mean, if remember those and this will answer your question, but like the little history, like when I was starting to draw back in the day, like I didn't want to draw. I was just imitating my brother. My brother was the artist of the family. My big brother, that is.
What?
And what he would do, he had this book, and I'm pretty sure you know this book. It's called How to Draw the Marvel Way. Do you remember that book? How to Draw the Marvel Way, with Spider-Man in front. And I think it was I forgot who was doing all the artwork, because there was only one specific artist that was showing you how to do it. And in the book, because I really wanted to be an artist like my brother, it said you always start with the feet. It just said start with the feet and move up. It says it. I think I have the book in my closet somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna be.
But for me, and I wanted to learn to draw the Marvel way, so I did that. I just didn't like it. I didn't like what they were doing. It was kind of like they were forcing you to draw the Marvel way.
Well, yeah.
And that's not what artists is about. Artists is, you got to find your own way.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I start with the face. I always start with the face and kind of move my way around. And I just learned how to. It was awkward at first, but I felt that's what I needed to do. That was just a feeling, like a gut feeling told me, hey, you got to start from right there. and I just rocked with it. I just kept that whole thing, and I always start with the face.
You listen to your artistic instinct.
Exactly. And I know I've seen people in the shows. I've seen people on video. I've seen people on YouTube videos, and they really preach it. They're like, "You gotta learn how to draw the Marvel way if you want to do it." And
Why is that?
no,
You think?
no, I don't. I think no. That's not the way you need to go at it. You need to go at it, and by having that gut feeling of how you want to do it and develop your own style. And of course, you're going to have other people influence you. But as far as, getting a sketch going and having some sort of life come out of it, for me, it's always been the face.
I agree. I do the same thing. Maybe it's more of they wanted to have a consistency, almost like a cookie cutter style for their comic book company. Is why they pushed it so hard.
Right. And believe me, they do. They do have that. They do have that ever since I started reading books, actually really starting to actually read books and understand that this was a comic book, not just like funny books or whatever. I noticed that there was a fleet of artists that they were training just to get the book out. It would be like repetitious, the same kind of art style.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't get me. It was like, man, what is this? This is not like my Sunday morning cartoons or Saturday morning cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what I expected. And that comes to my question to you, Jason. And I think some people ask this in different interviews. But what got you in comic books, Jason?
Just drawing them. You mean doing my own books?
No, not your own books. Just like starting the hobby, starting off. No, I want to say hobby, but starting that little love affair that you had.
Yeah.
And of course, there's that whole thing where you get to the point where I could make some money off that. But or before that,
right.
Because you got to love for it first.
Absolutely.
Before you can actually start trying to think about making money.
Well, that's how it was for me. I was a collector. I loved, I collected all the Marvel titles when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember I didn't always have money to buy them all the time, but I remember always having to wait for the next issue, and being so, oh man, what's gonna happen? So then I started just drawing my own, making up my own stories for those comics in my, and they were really rudimentary. I was in 4th grade at the time, so it was nothing I would show anybody.
Okay.
But that's how I got started with the idea of, or I guess my love affair with comics. But It was not anything I was thinking, oh, I'm going to do this for a living or anything. It was just more of a, like you said, I just love them, and I couldn't wait a whole month for the next issue, so I'd make up my own stories and draw them out. There, I'll show you This is a messed up piece of here. I'm going to show you. This is how they looked.
The books that you were creating?
Yeah.
Okay, check it out.
This is the style.
It better not be like stick figures.
No, this would be Iron Man.
Iron Man, okay.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
Like that. So I would draw. I would take a sheet of 8.5 by 11, and I would just draw put a ton of boxes in it, and draw the little Avengers or Spider-Man or whatever having a battle with something.
Okay.
Really rudimentary. I mean, it's 4th grade. Of course, I've seen 4th graders now draw the crap out of stuff. But
so in 4th grade, your love affair started with Avengers and.
Yeah, Avengers, Defenders, like most of the classics, I didn't really get into X-Men until I was a little bit older.
Right.
And then when that comic came out, Contest of Champions came out, and I saw all these superhero groups all, come to the same place. I was like, I didn't even know about Alpha Flight or X-Men or they just showed a whole X-Men, and I was like, what is that? That's weird. That's a weird looking group.
I remember when I first seen something about the X-Men, and it wasn't in the comic book, it was in the cartoon. I think it was like called like the Pride of Kitty, or it was like an animated version. It was like an anime version of the X-Men, but I was like, what is this? This is not Spider-Man. This is not Firestorm. You know when Spider-Man had the Super Friends and they had Firestorm?
Yes. Yeah.
I forgot who else they had in
Iceman.
there. But, Iceman, that's right, Iceman. And I was like, Iceman? He's an X-Men? I didn't know that. I didn't know that stuff. I just thought that was Spider-Man's friends, his buddies, right?
Right.
His freaky buddies. And
yeah, apparently they were all mutants except for him.
Exactly. I don't think they were talking to like, hey, you're a mutant. They were just like, he's my buddy. He's Iceman.
Yeah.
And then this cartoon comes out. It wasn't like your normal cartoon. It was like anime of the X-Men. Magneto was beating the crap out of everybody. And I'm like, this is some gnarly stuff. This is some tight stuff. What is this? And my brother's like, oh, it's a comic book. I just couldn't get into the comic book. I was like, man, this is really mature stuff. It's like, this is way above my head. I didn't understand what their stories were about because it was based off, what I hear now, I guess, is, his version or Stan Lee's version, whoever was writing, Chris Claremont, I think. Claremont was doing he was deep diving in a lot of stuff that was proplex, and you read it now, it's genius.
Oh, I know.
He had he built a lot of seeds. He made a lot of storylines happen. Even to this day, they're pretty renowned. But as a kid, you're just like, I want to read this Spider-Man. And then you read the Spider-Man comics, and they're just so dark at the time that I was like, this is not my cartoon. This is not what I didn't like it. So then I just stuck with Marvel had this one line called Star Comics, and it was like He-Man, Spider-Ham.
Oh, I love Spider-Man.
And Care Bears, and I was like,
oh yeah, I do remember Star Comics.
Yeah,
I didn't know Spider-Ham was in that one though.
Yeah, Spider-Ham was on there, and I was like, that's my Spider-Man. Because I think Spider-Man was in the black costume at the time.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't understand why it was so dramatic. It was just so mature. I was like, man, what the hell is this crap? So, kind of got me out of collecting anything until you got the heavy hitters came in that matched the writing of Chris Claremont, which was the Image Boys. All those guys came in, and then Spider-Man went back to the red and blue, and you're just like, oh, what's this? This is what I want. Mm-hmm. This is look at these visuals, They blew everybody's brains, It's crazy.
It's interesting how they keep trying to reinvent everything, but then when they go back to the original way they did it, it's always that's what everybody really wants.
Can't really get that, really. Can't get it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It's sad to say, but you can't get that anymore. That time is done. I think you can get it. You could get something like that. You could get a feeling of that. But I don't think it's going to be in Marvel or DC, dude. You're going to get that feeling in indie comics.
I think that's, I agree.
You're going to get that with teams that go for a long run in their comic book series. There's no reboots. There's no reshoots. There's just one ending story that keeps going and going, and they stick to the narrative, and your fan base just grows and grows and grows. There's no use to reboot it. There's no reason to reboot. You look at a series like Savage Dragon, or a series like that was Invincible. There was no reason to reboot it. It was like, this is his bread and butter. I don't think Invincible was his bread and butter. It was The Walking Dead. Robert Kirkman, I think, who was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric Larson, who's still doing to this day, Savage Dragon, right? So those are books that it's crazy, dude. All right, so this is where I'm at right now. There's my Mora right there.
Nice.
I don't know if you get a glare. And you see that, right?
Yes. So somebody's gonna be getting that, huh?
Yeah.
Man, it's a work of art, brother.
Thanks, man. Thank you, sir. All right. We are almost at 13K right now, dude. So we got 77 left, guys. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. Jason,
The real 1 hour mark.
we're not even in the hour mark yet. It's like an hour and 16 minutes.
Well, look. They said.
They said.
I mean, I didn't just come up with this time on my own. I looked on the campaign, said it will be ending at this time.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is going to be ending at this time.
Now watch, all of a sudden it just ends.
You see balloons and confetti. Let's see. All right. All right.
We've had a lot of backers though on this one. Really appreciate it.
Oh man, I just broke my fist.
We gotta we gotta make sure we order enough backboards and everything for this. Get these out.
I know, because there's a shortage, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
I know you got some early.
Yes. Yes, I did. And I'll probably be going back again to get some more. But, yeah, if anybody that's watching this have gotten like one of those Genesis packages from Jason, and you're posting it out, just go ahead and tag Jason. You want to see those on Jason's Facebook? Tag. I don't think you have a Twitter, right, Jason?
No, I don't have a Twitter.
But you have a Facebook, so
yeah, I never. Yeah. You know what? I was never. I did get one for a while. I just didn't understand it. I didn't know how to use it, and I tried for years, and I was just like, you know what? I give up. Stick with these other ones.
I just go ahead and just copy and paste and share it out as well. I get a little. I know D's on there. I don't think Evan's on there, but I know Dee. She's reposted a couple things. If she's watching this later, thank you, Dee, again for reposting some of my stuff for the campaign. Much appreciated.
I'm just looking at the.
Is it Dee Witterman?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just want to make sure I pronounce that correct.
Well, she'll slap us both if we're wrong.
I know Evan's been pretty mad about us pronouncing his last name. He's like, "What the hell, dude?"
Are you serious? We're pronouncing that wrong?
Yeah, pronounce it, Jason.
Now I don't want to.
See, there you go.
Now I'm scared. Evan Quiring.
There you go.
Is that wrong?
Quiring.
How are you supposed to say it?
I think the way you said it.
Oh. So I'm okay.
No, I just wanted to see. I mean, a lot of people they say my name wrong all the time, and I just respond. I was like, "Yeah, hey, how you going? How's it going?" They just, "Hey, what's up, Noel? What's up, Noel?"
Oh, really?
No, Cerrito, sir. It's like it's Noel. Like I spell my name like Nowell or something like that, but I don't mind it, you know. And I'm pretty sure Evan, he doesn't mind. I mean, I'm not want to speak for Evan. Probably watching this, hella mad. But I don't mind, dude.
I got a text message. Hold on.
All right. You're cool.
All right. So, for those that just joining in and checking out some artwork and listening to us ramble, we are on the last hour of our Lilith and Mara campaign. Get yourself a comic. Oh, wait. This is a...
We hit the 13K, Jason.
What?
Yeah, we're past 13 right now.
Are you serious? What?
Yeah. They must be listening, man.
Wait a minute. Why is my thing not updating?
No worries. I'm telling you.
I know
So,
you are, but I'm a little...
It's okay, man. No worries.
No, man.
Oh, man, my pencil leg keeps breaking. Jesus.
Let's see.
All right.
There we go. Sorry, buddy. All right. All right. Thank you for updating. I'm so horrible. So we hit the 13K mark. Thank you guys. As we are continuing moving forward on our last hour. Well, it says 71 minutes, but it's supposed to be ending now. But we appreciate everyone that's backing us. If there's any backers on the stream, feel free to say hello. And we'd like to thank you, of course. And we're doing some artwork for the backers. Get this girl's fishnets. Gloves. Fishnet gloves. Gotta be careful when you get the wet ink. You don't want to put your hand on it directly.
So another question, since we're asking questions, Jason, what are your influences when it comes to, like, not just your art style, but basically, like, what got you into comics? What's your influences?
So main influences were, of course, the Image guys.
Right.
It always seemed like there was a big, but also, I've had some other influences. Andy Watson, who does a comic called Skeleton Key. He's got a real kind of a simplex style, but I really enjoyed it, and so it was between these artists that were really detail oriented and did everything kind of, that realistic comic booky kind of way, and then there was Andy, who was very simplistic and almost abstract in a way, and.
Right on.
R. Jones says, "You got this."
Oh, we got a comment.
All right, R. Jones over on YouTube. All right, brother.
Give him a prize.
Or
give him a prize.
Actually, I'm not sure what R stands for, so it could be assistant. But thank you, man. Thank you. But right now, I have a big love for Chris Bacallo and his style.
Chris Bacallo.
Bacallo. Yeah, it's so horrible. I don't know how to pronounce his name, even though I love his work.
Is he the guy who was doing Gen X?
Yep.
Chris Bacallo.
Was he doing Gen? No. That's Gen X. No, I'm thinking Gen 13 now.
Yeah, Gen X.
Yeah, Generation X. Yeah, and he was one of the cliffhanger people.
He did Sandman, right?
He did Steampunk.
No, he did Sandman.
He did Sandman for. Did he do Sandman? Yeah. I think he did do a little bit of Sandman.
He did Vertigo. That line that was Neil Gaiman.
Shade.
So that really good.
Shade the Changing Man. I think he did.
Yeah, he did Steampunk, right? So
yeah, Steampunk.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, he's one of those guys that you don't hear that much about anymore. I mean, you hear like he does like a. Does he even do any interiors anymore?
He was working. Last I saw, he was working on. It's funny. Him and Herberto Ramos are both working. They were working on Spider-Man and X-Men.
Right, Herberto Ramos, man, that guy's awesome, dude. A
And he
lot
was,
that style just came out of nowhere, like that tagging kind of style, like cartoony style. I think this Chris Bacalo is that's how you say his name, right?
yeah,
Chris Bacalo.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's how I say it. That's how I say it
Yeah.
anyway.
He has what?
I said that's how I say it anyway.
Okay. Well, Chris, he has that style that's more like a. It's more. He's like. He resembles in a way like Art Adams, but he has like a very dark. He uses his darks a lot, dude. Like it's very gothic the way he draws. Whereas Art Adams is like everything's bright, lets the colors come in, and he has a lot of detail everywhere. And Chris, he has that detail, but he covers it up with a lot of the dark, kind of like David Finch. He uses that. He knows where to put the blacks.
Yeah.
And I just remember he did this one panel with those X-Men kids, the Generation X.
Oh yeah.
Like Chamber and
Generation. Yeah. Generation Next.
Yeah, because that's when Gen 13 came out too. They got those two titles mixed up. Right? He did this one panel with Howard the Duck. It was just so beautiful. I was like, what?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it is.
And it was Howard the Duck.
I know.
It was cool. It was really cool. But yeah, Herberto Ramos, man, he came out that one little Impulse. I think he was doing DC. He did Impulse.
Is that what he was doing? I wondered where he came from. I love his work.
Yeah, I loved his work. It was very different. It was very different. It was very kind of like you could tell like there was little bits of Chris Bacalo in there too, but he had his little graffiti style. And
yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he didn't call it that. It just like because I was doing graffiti at the time and I was the illegal graffiti, but I was like, oh, this is the way I want to do my characters.
Right.
So yeah, I could see how do you like Herberto Ramos? Do you take him as like kind of like an influence?
He's the other influence.
Yeah, I could see that in your art, dude.
I love his work. And one of the things I was doing for a while before I draw a page is I would just grab one of the most recent books that they were working on, just flip through it because there's such energy in their panels. Like there's really some, a lot of kinetic energy. So I kind of I try and like read it, kind of just look at their art and try and absorb some of that and then try and draw my panels and hopefully have a little bit of that in my panels. I can't draw like them, but
right. I use Chris Bacalo a lot too.
Yeah.
It's funny how you say that because I got like a book here. It's right next to me.
There you go.
Bacalo, X-Men, and this is not a recent X-Men, but I use him a lot too because he's amazing, dude. He knows how to get every single angle. But yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you were a big. I know you were Chris Bacalo. I didn't know that Herberto Ramos.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got all the Crimson that he used to work on.
The vampire one, right?
Yeah, that stuff's amazing looking.
Would it be nice to do a crossover with him, right?
Anything with him.
Anything, right?